Placed myself here after my fuck up yesterday. So I just went back through, ran through, did what I needed to do, and you know, got here so we could move on. Holy fuck. Sorry to sneak up on you again, Nightingale. Followed you down the fireplace. You stumbled upon something even I don't have an answer for. Where does this cable car lead? Who built it? I think my father was down here earlier. He must know. I'm sure you'll think he's an evil man. Must admit, I didn't think he was capable of just erasing Peter. You have to understand his intentions are good even if his methods are questionable. Certain there's good reason for all of this. When we get to the other side, please do not interfere. Let me talk some sense into him. I highly doubt that, but alright, lady.
Are we nearly there yet?
No, Pepper. It's a long journey, so you'll just have to be patient.
Happy New Year, 1960. Can't keep focused when reading? Oh. Well, fuck you too, sir. With your goddamn flamethrower. I feel like that's how every chapter's gonna end. I'm just gonna get fucking burned. Nightingale awakes in a strange infirmary. It appears to be 24 years in the future. The sound of a distant bell awakes her. Oh, she's got a gun. Hold it right there. Are you still human? Yes. Oh, thank God. Thought you were another one of those girls from the basement. You must be a new nurse. My name is Marion. I was just as surprised as you were when I first arrived. Sorry to tell you, but you've come to a terrible place, a nightmare. You're trapped in sort of a communal hallucination. Before we talk more, I'm afraid you must go see the king. He gets very cross if new arrivals don't present themselves properly. The king is not a man to be trifled with. Take this nurse's uniform and make sure you wear it before seeing the king. You'll have to be sneaky. You can't have a gun like mine until you get a firearm license from the king. The king's door is easy to spot. It's the only one painted gold. Now go and do be careful. Okay. Hello. Another nurse. I am Rakesh, master of all things mechanical and a very good friend to have in the dream. It's important to be well armed. There's many dangerous characters about. Afraid you'll need a firearm license from the king before I can help you. You'll have no problem gaining his trust. Once you have it, come back and see your new friend Rakesh. Okay. See, that would be good for me if I get my poise higher. Ow. Fuck you, Grandpa. Asshole. Okay. Alright. Oh, that must be why that guy in the armor's having difficulty, because that's where the door was. Ah, okay. So, I guess he was actually a soldier, but, from what timeline is a good question, because I don't think it's our timeline. Alright, so, nurse's hat and nurse's uniform. Are you the king? None of the nurse. The meat grinder must be operating at full speed now. Every week more of these dreadful half-dead men are shipped here, crawling all about stinking a day, but not for much longer. Have you heard of Dr. Robert Blackett? Suppose not. The youth of today have no appreciation for history. Dr. Blackett used to be the caretaker of this building and its inhabitants. You'd be pleased to know he has not forgotten about us. Off beyond the church to the east, he's constructing a paradise for all us to live in. Ah, listen, you can hear the bells now. How sweet they sound. Till paradise is ready, it's appointed me to watch over this rotting house. Sure, we'll be good friends, you and I. I won't ask you to do anything humiliating like bend the knee or swear an oath of fealty, but I do need you to prove where your loyalties lie. I'd like you to clean up some of the trash in the hallway. Bring me 3 corrupted fingers. After that, we talk about your place in the dream. Here you go. Oh, good. Now, I'd like you to eat the fingers. Just kidding, subject. I hereby grant you a firearms license. Take it to Rakesh in the workshop. He'll give you a gun. I have a job for you once you are properly armed. Okay. Oh, those do actually damage me when they silence me. Okay, so I should, duck under those. Okay. Got a firearms license. I'm gonna give you a Webley Mark 6 standard issue for Tommies.
Wow, a gun!
Are you familiar with witches? They may not have long crooked hag noses like in the stories, but they're every bit as dangerous and devious as their fictional representation. The old witch has taken residence in my basement. Every time I send my big wretches down there, they don't return, so I'd like you to deliver this eviction letter. It's not a normal eviction letter, however. She'll be vaporized to ash when she opens it. Needless to say, it's imperative that you do not open the letter yourself. Turn to me with her ashes and I will reward you well. I'm granting you this basic wretch pass to reach the basement. I'll be gone. Okay. Another messenger from the Wretch King. I'm not leaving. The poor creatures down here need me. They have sought refuge from the Wretch King in these fetid waters. We can't just erase everything from the dream that he doesn't like. I won't allow it. I am a witch and my name is Josette. You're a witch, aren't you? I can sense it. I know you must play the part of errand girl to gain his trust. Surely you can appreciate he is a wicked man. You have brought a eviction letter. Is it safe for me to open this letter? Yep. Are you sure it's safe? There's no trick to the letter? Yes. Alright, let's see what the lout has to say.
This is fine.
Oh, this is the ruins from the maze. Hi, who are you? Visitor from the house, how strange. Welcome to Brynbach Abbey. I am Becca, leader of the Merry Band. We live freely here, away from the prying eyes of the Wretch King. Hey, aren't you one of his spies, aren't you? No matter if you are, he knows better than to attack us here in this holy place, or perhaps you have come to join the Merry Band. If so, you must prove yourself in a series of combat trials. For each test, I'll permanently strengthen your body. Upon completing all tests, you will be an official member of the Merry Band. Are you ready? You might want to activate that shrine over there before starting. I am not prepared. Okay, cool. 3 level ups are good. Okay. Okay. So right one's gonna be easier. We'll go left. Trickster metal. Okay. Cleaning your smoke pipe? Alright. See, I feel like I should do luck. Because, like, my couple of rings that scale off luck are kind of nice, where you can double your damage, or you can take half. But I'm not sure if I should do a luck build or not. Well, let's see. If I do more luck, I could put on more melee rings. So my melee rings aren't then as much as required. So, yeah, I think I'll do luck. Oh god. Okay, both of these are gonna be rough. Oh, it's just a bunch of tall zombies. Must be easy. Yep, maybe the guy's on the right. Necrosis. I promise, before we do any more arena matches, I have a reconnaissance mission for you. Are you familiar with the amazing Edgar? Not that sad puppet of the Wretch King in the mansion. I'm referring to the iteration of Edgar that performs at the Cagewood Circus in the valley. I'm trying to recruit him into our merry band. However, I heard he's taken after those dreadful clowns and became an alcoholic. Like, you'd enter the circus, take a photograph of him for me so I can see whether this is true. Okay. Oh god, this guy's massive. Oh, and he does so much damage. Holy shit. Okay, Oh, he's got so much health, too. Okay. I know what to do. Getting my ass beat here. Bog Behemoth. Fucking A, dude. That thing was ridiculously strong. What? Why fuck me? What did I do to you? Good evening, miss. You could call me the boatman, a member of the merry band. I'm often entangled in activities of the treasonous sort. Being so, I can't rightly be giving my actual name to every lost girl who comes upon my dock, yeah? We have no missions underway right this moment, so I'm free to take on an extra job or two. You'd be needing a boat ride somewhere, miss. Yes, this boat is a bit small, so is the Dunwern Brook. Any bigger and we wouldn't make it around the first bend. I sell a boat pass, just a one-time fee, and I'll take you where you need to go any night. I also got a few necessary supplies should you be running low. Oh, something about an old spot. It's an abandoned church. I accidentally skipped it. Once you purchase a boat pass, I can take you there. Ooh. Rapier? Maybe. Might be better than a knife. Pass. You get boat pass, I can take you on a ride. Just let me know when you're ready. Okay, so this does 3 plus 2, 3 plus 2, 2 plus 2. This does 3 plus 2, 3 plus 2, 5 plus 2. Okay, so looks like the same speed, a little bit more range. Oh yeah, it's no longer dark, so Bible time for more luck. Cagewood Circus. Hello. Good evening, lass. Did you want to see freaks in cages? Did you want to partake in games of skill and chance? Did you want to see the amazing Edgar? Or did you want to wander around a spooky forest filled with cages of thy rest of the night? Choice is your last. For the low price of 100 coins, unlimited entry to Cagewood Circus is yours. Sure. How about a ride? We haven't had many riders recently. I'll check in a free prize ticket last. I don't have a circus ticket. Welcome to the Cagewood Circus. That needs circus tickets for ride or games. If you want any prize tickets, they can redeem them here. Okay, what prizes you got? Comforting Bear. Heals 8 points of cursed every second unless curse rotted. Weapon upgrade kit. Bloody Thread. Dog Whistle. $10, $15, $20, $25, $25. So that's 50, 70, 85, 95. I need 95 prize tickets. Okay. Yeah, so you can eat them by the time I'm up there now. I doubt it. I have other stuff that I eat. Chicken nuggets are breaded, and I don't really like breaded chicken all that much. Travel east. Bet you thought I'd be rowing. Josette the Basement Witch traded us this creature sometime back. She says a whole group of them were found on the deepest level of the Byzantine Labyrinth. They followed her around like a flock of ducklings. Haven't seen Josette in a while. Yep. Look at that, we're nearly arrived. Oh, it's this guy. Oh, good evening. I didn't introduce myself, but I can't really call much of anything. I'm not even sure how I got here. However, one should never let such trivialities bother them now, should they? I do have a few photographs in my pocket that I like to look at. Say, if you got any photographs you like to sell, I'll happily buy them. So if you're in need of a camera, I'll happily sell you one. I need that one of Edgar. To the west lies Munston House, said to be a grand and beautiful place, or at least it was. Now it's quite run down, I imagine. To the east lies St. Ellie's Cathedral. I occasionally see strange flashes of light emanating from the cemetery out front. Finally, down the steep path is the valley. There's a set of cottages down there that run along Wormworm Brook. Deeper in the valley, you'll find twin-grown ruins and the site of an old medieval castle. I can see pockets of flame down there, so do be careful if you visit the valley. Okay. Crucifixion Row. Oh. Trespasser. Didn't you? As Christ was nailed to a cross, so you shall be. Oh god, I was not expecting a boss fight, but that's fine. Base tank it. Bethed's Pub. Wait, so is he okay now? You girl like games? Spin a wheel, win a prize. The grand prize today is a weapon upgrade kit. Land on skull, get nothing. Land on gift, get a prize. Land on coin, get money back. Land on 2 coins, get double your money back. Land on crown, get grand prize. Very good. Land on knife, I cut you and make you bleed. I want that weapon upgrade. Ah, fuck.
That's
There we go. Rat's got in. Just kidding, child. Anyone with a bit of coin to spare is welcome to Daffod's Pub. You're a bit young for the good stuff, but I'm sure you'll find something you like. Increase the health of allies. Such as enchanted armor by 50. Weird pill. Mossy pentagram. Heals 1 health point every 3 seconds. Plus 15 melee damage. Plus 15 poise. Oh, fuck yes. Give that to daddy. My mind was half rotted. I could barely think straight. Then something most strange happened. I woke in a dark room. There's strange sounds of machinery. Occasionally, a woman's voice would speak to me, and there'd be a great pain in my head. After a few weeks, my mind felt shiny and new. I dug out some masonry, made an escape. Wound up in this village, decided to make a fresh start. Here, my brother Albert found himself a job down in the Byzantine labyrinth. He was always such a righteous wet rag. Oh, Daffod, you can't drink the Mawson family's wine. Oh, Daffod, you forgot to set the traps again. Oh, Daffod, stop spying on the maid through that window. If you run into him, just tell him I'm a zombie. Yes, I suppose I'm actually still a zombie. I mean, one of the mindless family ones. I hear somebody carried that red-eyed idol through the valley one night a few years ago. They brought the whole village into the dream. Why do I stay here despite it being so unpleasant? Sure, most of the residents are rotting and crazed, but Bruce over there, he can still play the piano. When the Wretch King's men come down from the house, we have a great bloody battle. All the while, Bruce plays a stirring arrangement of Rivalingrick's Cradpin Morgan. I won't find that anywhere else in the dream. Wonder how many weapon upgrade kits I can get. I have Horace with me now. Who are you? Good evening, ma'am. You travel lightly. These are dangerous times. Surely you need some additional weapons or restoratives. I am Grumio, merchant of nowhere. From the everyday necessities to the rare, mysterious, and beautiful, Grumio has you covered. Additionally, if you have something you like to sell, Grumio has plenty of gold on hand. My hottest item right now is the organ chamber upgrade. Oh, yes, please. You can get 2 of those now. Sorry for the deception. These are dangerous times, and I like to observe new customers before revealing myself. Grumio is just a puppet, although I spend much time alone here. I sometimes talk to him. I am the last witch. The name is a bit grandiose, but if Samantha gets to be the first witch, why can't I be the last? You see, I was the last person to join the sororal order, the initiated in 1910 before Monson Asylum closed. Been hiding out here since the Wretched King decided to eradicate witches from the dream. My only customers these days are you and the odd member of the married band. Most of these other witches follow Millie on some sort of secret quest, something about finding the last idol before Robert does. Oops, always talking too much. Anyway, if you ever wanted to talk, I'm here. Well, as I said, I was the last witch to be inducted as an initiate. How unfortunate now my body is in a coma somewhere in the real world. Good thing my parents are rich to get paid to have a doctor about, I'm sure. I'd rise up against the Wretch King myself, but I never got all that good at magic. All the best grimoires were locked up or hidden by the time I became a witch. You know, might search the attic. That's where most of the witches were locked up. There's bound to be a grimoire up there. Monson House. It's almost beyond belief how quickly the house went downhill after Margaret fled. Word somehow got around about girls falling into comas once they visited Monson House. Off went Margaret Blackett, and there was nobody to do any maintenance or upkeep on the house. The idol in the real world just watched as Monson House grew moldier and dustier, incorporating that decay into the dream. Thankfully, Monson House is seen in use again for those poor soldiers. If I ever get my hands on Margaret Blackett... Millie truly outclassed us all, but I wouldn't really call her a leader. She was a bit too mad to be a leader. She could be serious sometimes. Fits where she rocked back and forth talking about the Night Mother. For a while she had us working with Robert Blackett. There were all these tunnels under the ground going to different iterations of the dream. We had steady work riding these really modern cable cars back and forth varying bodies of the undead. Never found what Robert Blackett was doing with all of them. And last though, Millie and Robert had some kind of falling out. Not long ago she took the rest of the witches to the last old iteration that's still running. I was remaining behind since I was the worst at spells. I never saw them again. The Wretch King declared absolute war on witches after they left. Aha, wonderful. That loathsome witch was stinking up my basement. For your reward, I shall grant you a moderate amount of freedom. Behold, the advanced rest pass. With this, you can exit the back door of the mansion. I do have a final request of you. In the valley below the mansion, there's a pretender to the throne. The president has declared himself king and has several witches in his thrall. Let him pretend, but I do care about one which he has shackled. She is a creature of tremendous power and will be of great use to me. We'll find her chained up in the valley, although I suspect the false king won't make it easy. Open this wretch teleportation spell in front of her and she'll be sent straight here. You'll be handsomely rewarded for your troubles. Okay. So that's probably where the false king is, and I still need some more tokens for that. Alright, so put that outfit back on. That outfit. Good to go. Oh, he's a real person. Oh, you looked like a witch. You need organs, right? I'll get you organs. I'm skilled with the knife. I come from the farm. Not the animal kind, no. The farm for people. I'm a great bloody tower far to the east. Got out, though. I tricked them. They're not so clever. The mind quivers to think of the metal creatures with their electric eyes. Oh, but organs, yes. I'll bring you organs if you bring me some coins. Plus, got a rotating set of armaments for sale if you're looking to do your own butchery. Even a farm animal has to make a living, yes? You have nothing I want. I wanted those village coins. Plus 10% melee damage? Fuck yeah, give me that charm. There are more of me, yes. If you meet one of me, give them this blood-stained letter. He'll reward you well, very well. Don't tell me, though. I can't bear to know if I imagine him or what he's still rotting on the farm. Better to never know, better to be uncertain. Ah, that place. I hope he's not there. Far to the east, beyond the church. Very efficient, yes, to enclose the space in the blood, but to be the blood. I was the blood. Okay. You want to know more about me, but my sins are private. Perhaps we would talk about your sins. Nightingale Williams, heiress to the Williams fortune. Troublesome little sisters or brothers often get sent away to asylums. But to be sent away as an only child, you must have been quite naughty. Surprised I know about you? I know about a lot of things. I kindly keep your nose in your own business. Damn. Okay, bitch. Being discarded down here was a blessing in disguise. Having no shortage of time, I taught myself Greek. Please no applause, I know it's impressive. Unfortunately, books down here are scarce. This was my pleasure palace for bloodthirsty dunderheads. As said, I've been able to piece together a bit of the history of the place. Great care was taken to keep the idol and the dream a secret. Rooms were built, shown to the idol, and then destroyed. Any slaves involved in constructing these rooms were murdered. Similarly, warrior slaves were shown to the idol and then executed. The labyrinth was active for hundreds of years, although there were decades of dormancy throughout. Given the secrecy, determining who ran the labyrinth throughout the years has proven difficult. In some decades, it appears the Byzantine emperor himself was directly involved in its operation. There's also a reoccurring heretical secret order that comes and goes throughout the centuries. They worship a nameless horse god that is slowly consuming the universe. You may think the trash is a metaphor, For how I feel, discarded unwanted. Well, it's nothing so pretentious as all that. The trash is protection. Should my safety spell wane and a rogue undead sneak in, I will go undetected. Sometimes I purposely let them in so I could observe them. They shamble back and forth, moaning in Greek. They are ancient men living history. I try talking to them, but their brains are too far gone. One time I gave one a hug. There was a glint of recognition for a moment, but then he drew his weapon. If a particularly cute one goes by, maybe he'll become my feted prince. Alright, lady. Passive. Banquet hall. I'll light that just in case. Oh god. Oh, it's a nightingale, isn't it? Please don't look too closely. My flesh is rotting. I'm Dr. Robert Blackett, I believe from 1893. Captured by Lara, the Night Male disciple. He says I am to help usher in a new world, whatever that means. I want to ask you to help me escape. I imagine you figured out I am a troubled man by now. But if you don't mind lingering in the foul place for a few minutes, I can explain myself. So the coward refuses to see me himself. This can only mean one thing. This wretch has returned to his original faith. I must admit I enjoyed being treated like a god. But I knew he'd return to Calvinism someday. You think you'd better go check up on him and make sure he doesn't do anything stupid. What's with the head wound? Around 1880, a few years after moving into Monston House, I started hearing a voice in this dream. It was subtle, neither male nor female, more symbolic than auditory. As a stubborn man, I could never admit I was going mad, so I convinced myself that the voice was actually my own. Specifically, the voice of my own mind in the real world reaching out to my simulacrum in the dream, giving it a rational direction. In order to better hear it, I started each iteration of the dream by drilling a precise hole in my cranium. After making that hole, the voice became so loud I could no longer distinguish it from my own thoughts. Everything became a blur, and time no longer held any meaning. Here in this prison, in some distant corner of the dream, I finally no longer hear the voice. Now I could see the voice was not mine, but whose voice was it? I am not a good man. I have some shameful and twisted proclivities. But my worst sins in the dream were dictated by that voice. Margaret. I feel such shame when I look at Margaret. Not for abandoning her bleeding, noxious peasant mother in China. No, for being so hard on her. She has such a sweet nature. I believe that sweetness, given her unusual circumstances, to be a liability. I thought perhaps when we meet Peter Monston that I had found a respectable man I could pass through the torch of Margaret's care too. Unfortunately, Peter seemed more interested in that Indian house guest of his. As the dream slowly turned into a nightmare, Peter began to drink heavily and resent over presents. When Peter died of a heart attack in the real world, the police were naturally suspicious. While I had no direct hand in his demise, one thing I do not regret is making sure the house was well stocked with alcohol. You made it here, I'm sure you've seen a few of my secrets. As a child, I had a keen interest in dead animals. I would spend hours gathering decaying creatures and dissecting them. Was it this useful curiosity that set me on the path to become a doctor? No, my interest in the bodies was more aesthetic than it was scientific. The decision to hire the butcher surgeon was dictated by the voice in my head. It was my own private obsession that led me to finally experiment on living subject in the dream. Through a combination of ritual and surgery, I turned a poor girl into an abomination. Now that my head is clear, I can still hear her distorted vocal cords shrieking. What the other iterations of me did after 1893, I can only speculate. I would guess there are a fair number of abominations out there now. So he wants me to go back and check on him. So I should go to the seance. I have been mired in sin since coming to Monston House, but now I am ready to repent. The dream may be a creation of God, but is not the creation of one true God. Does a facsimile such as I have a soul? Perhaps the real me is burning in hell. If only I had simply let the disease overtake me before coming to this place. No matter. I believe I have a soul and I intend to redeem it. I've repaired the erasure ritual. The die is cast. Jesus, take me in your arms. All right. Oh, deep in music, bro. Ah, Nightingale, I've been expecting you. I am familiar with your elder incarnation. You seem quite ferocious. It's only a matter of time till you came. I am Lara, the Night Mother disciple. I believe you destroyed my elder incarnation. Do not blame you. She was captured by the Wretch King and imprisoned. No doubt after so many nights, she behaved like a frenzied animal. You have descended beyond the depths of Monston House. There can only be one reason. You want to probe the deepest mysteries of the dream. You have been provided a golden opportunity. Ask yourself, would an idol capable of creating an entire universe be placed in our hands for no reason? When one thinks of the afterlife, they imagine eternal life free of suffering. The dream can provide us that. First step is to bring everyone into the dream, not just a chosen few. Second step is to purge the dream of suffering, which thanks to magic we have the tools to do that. Millie Irwood discovered a method for widening the gaze of the dream, enough to encompass the entire planet. She had a second thought about this course of action. But we faithful disciples of the Iron God, she who creates the dream, the Night Mother, we are not swayed. We must gather the Night Mother's instruments. These are holy artifacts created by Millie Irwood, the greatest witch the dream is known. Scatter them throughout the dream to stop us from using them. Gather the 5 instruments of the Night Mother. Then we need a large collection of idols. These are held in a great bloody tower far to the east. When you have them fully under your control, return to me. Bring the world into the dream. First, the 5 Night Mother instruments must be gathered. Night Mother's ring used to be hidden in the gatehouse. Now I suspect a member of the Merry Band has stolen it. You have found the Night Mother's doll. You have found the Night Mother's amulet. You have found the Night Mother's mask. I believe the Night Mother's blade is held in the wretched Blackett house. Finally, you must return to me once you've secured a large collection of idols. Good evening. A fine evening to the trapezing about my kingdom. A beautiful evening to murder some of my subjects. Wonderful evening to spy on me for that filthy wretch from the mansion. How dare you come to our peaceful village and start spreading chaos and disorder? Should have you drawn and quartered, but I am a merciful king. You know, the wretch king in the mansion wants all witches dead, don't you? Look at this pitiful witch playing violin so nicely for us. Proof of my inimitable mercy. I want to ask you to swear fealty to me. I just want you gone. Turn around and leave my kingdom. Or press on and see what we do to trespassers. I want to ask you to swear fealty to me. That's far enough. I so hate for the music to stop. Thatch and Baw. Ooh, arcane salts and weapon upgrade, nice. Go on then. You've got us, like, go claim your prize, you filthy witch. Damn, bro, you don't gotta call me out like that. I'm gonna ship me off to a new master. Let me guess, the Wretch King wants me back. I'm done. I just want to rest. I don't have eyes anymore, but I can tell you're a witch. If you have any empathy on a fellow witch, help me to put an end to the Wretch King. Before you send me back to him, gather an ingredient for me. Sure, fuck the Wretch King. In the attic of the Monston House, you should find the cursed grimoire. Stash it up there to keep out the Wretch King's hands. Once you have it, you can craft black wax. That's what I need to put an end to the Wretch King for good. Here. Emma really did it. She blew up the king. Along with herself, unfortunately. Here, Nightingale, you should have her clothes. I hadn't seen her in so long. If I had known she was shackled up in the valley. This isn't the trenches, mate. We had no hope of besting the king of the valley. Let's face it, none of us could pull it off with the Nightingale, and Emma did. He's right, you did it, Nightingale. Now what's next? I don't know about all of you, but I find it tiresome living amongst the restless undead. I propose we move to the place Josette told us about in the mirror, nowhere. We'll be in a better place to help Nightingale there as well. I'm sure she doesn't relish tiptoeing about the mansion to seek us out. King's binding spell still holds me to the mansion, but it doesn't work in nowhere, so I'll come along. Poor Josette, I wonder what happened to her. Then it's decided we'll see you in nowhere, Nightingale. Right? What achievement did I just get? Alright, I'm gonna wrap up chapter 3 and then call it an end for stream. Brought my witches here, too, to end the dream. We seek the false prophet, Robert Blackett. He claims to be constructing a paradise, but says paradise has no room for witches. Unacceptable, particularly after we served him so dutifully for many years. Answer my questions truthfully, child, and perhaps there's a place for you here. Are you in league with Robert Blackett? No. Do you know where Robert Blackett is? No. Have you been to the Blood Tower? No. You're lying, I could sense it. Do we bound upstairs and await further questioning there? It is not. Chapter 4. St. Ellie's Church, 1916, in a dream. Ritual binds Nightingale to a room upstairs in the church. Distant bells much closer now. Alright. Unfortunately, that is all I have time for stream because I am fat and I'm hungry. So I am going to end it here so I can go get some food and hang out and do things. So you guys take care, stay awesome. I'll catch you guys for chapter 4 tomorrow. Bye, guys.